Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another TheraSaaS Release Radar, where we're going to give you some updates on what's been going on at TheraSaaS and things that you should know about. Welcome, Nicola. How you doing?
Doing good. Glad to be back here with what has been cooking
Yeah.
on the back end.
All right. So here we go. First one, visual pipeline updates. A lot of UI updates on the system. So stage colors and customization. So you can actually customize the colors that are in different stages. So what does that look like? Well, let me actually find the thing. So here we go. You can see inside of our demo here, you can see these little bars up at the top. So you can color them that way, but you could also turn them. Let me go into pipelines here, and this is how you can update it. So find the pipeline you want to update. And let's just go over to the three dots that are over on the side, and we're going to hit edit. And you can see these stage colors now are in that pipeline. Now, if you want, you could have them actually be colored the entire stage. So what does that look like? Let me just hit the save. We can go back to the opportunities, and you can see now these are all colored in, which is kind of cool. I might keep that up for the demo calls moving forward. All right, so next one is views and defaults. So this is important because I think a lot, the opportunities, the ways that we kind of saved the layout was stored on the browser side. It was like cached. And so if there's ever clearing of the cache, it would erase your settings, which was annoying. So what we did is there's a now kind of basically a smart list that you can save inside the opportunities. So if I was in here, I could say, all right, I'm going to create a new board view. I created one called open opportunities, but let's just call it, for you, you're going to do open opportunities. And what you're going to do is you're going to do advanced filter here. Any of them are open. All right, so that's what you want. You can sort by, I like to say, like created, descending. I like that. And then you can manage the fields. So what do you want actually in here? You can choose, I think, up to 8. So opportunity owner, yeah, you can go in here and update them to all the different custom fields that you might have so they can display. All right, then you just hit apply, and then that will be saved for you. And then that way, if something happened, sorry, I'm trying to just cancel. If anything happens, you just go back and click on it. You have your one opportunities, and you can have your open opportunities right there. Anything you want to add there, Nicola?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We had some confusion with filtering opportunities per status. So no opportunities are gone, but before we had open opportunities as default status. So here you can create multiple lists without changing advanced filters right there. You can build a list that you want to refer to most often very easily.
Yep. Okay, let's keep going. Workflows, inbound email trigger. Okay, so this is a new one because what you can do with this one is the trigger is going to be an inbound email. And we're going to say, maybe a simple use case is somebody has a billing question and they just email you and it goes into TheraSaaS. Or maybe a client wants to cancel. Now, there's some subscribers that actually have their whole clinical team on here. We don't typically recommend that, but some actually just want their entire clinical team on it, and we can set that up for them. And so let's say there's a cancellation notice that comes in. And we're like, all right, well, the admin probably needs to be notified. So it listens for the subject. It could be cancel or billing, and then it can send an internal notification to someone on your team, and it can grab that contact's name and email using custom fields, the message subject, message body. So you have it all right there. You can forward or contact anyone on your team if they have a billing or a cancellation question. So that's a nice little granular trigger that you can use in that use case.
Exactly.
Moving along. Let's see here. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. We've got some really good conversations coming up too in a few weeks. It's in our newsletter. If you're watching this post, the replay, we look for the ultimate guide to Google Business, the Google Business profile and collecting reviews. I'm having a great conversation with Kate Fish about that. And then I'm going to be doing another one on AI search, to how to get your website to show up on AI search results, and how LLMs like ChatGPT and Claude can recommend your website. First of all, how does that all work? What can you do to influence those recommendations? So be sure to like and subscribe if you want to get notified on those videos. All right. This is an exciting update for me for the auto dialer. All right. So what does that look like? I'm going to jump over here. Actually, let's just jump over here. So I have my voice calling, and you'll see these little movable things. So now you can move it around your screen. How fun is that? Now, if you want to pin it, what does that mean? If you pin it, you can click off the screen and it stays. But the annoying thing is you had to click on the green thing before, the green phone, to get it to disappear. So now prevent minimizing is off. The pin it, if I click off the screen, it disappears. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? So you can move it around. You know, it actually
and multitask as well.
Yeah, I know. Oh, and this is the other feature on. So you can see your recent calls here, but if I click on voicemail, you can see the recent voicemails that were made right there. Okay. All right. So I believe we knocked 2 for 1 on that one.
Yeah, 2 flies.
There's the voice tab dialer right there. All right. Advanced filter update. So this is going to be inside opportunities, right? In the visual pipeline. So you have advanced filters like last stage change date.
Yes, this was basically a field for filtering or displaying inside visual pipelines, but we couldn't filter per these criteria. Now this is possible. You can check when was the last time somebody's status, or in this case, stage was changed. In case you want to follow up or have somebody cover up someone who's out of the office, we can use these to catch up with what is going on.
Yep. All right, let's go to the next one. Form submission and conversation. So a much needed and wonderful update. You can now see when forms are submitted inside on the visual pipeline. So along with your text messages and phone calls, you can see when they submitted the form. You can click on this little button right over here that says check all form submissions. That's going to show you all the forms, or you could just click on the individual submission, right? So I thought that was a helpful UI update there.
Love that.
And then, looks like I jumped ahead. All right, so we have now more voicemails for unrouted calls. Actually, this is something I'm going to have Nicola. So this is if the phone now, it's basically the voicemail is going to pick up if it's not routed previously.
I have been getting a lot of phone porting requests, so I think that's why I added this one, as phone porting has become very common. And it's not difficult, but when the phone is ported, it's not set up. Who will be picking up the calls? Will forwarding be working? There is no setup once the phone number gets inside of your account. So this makes sure that nothing falls through the cracks, and you will find voicemails for everyone who reached before the phone system configuration was up.
Right, because once it's ported in, we got to get in there and set it up. And sometimes the sending company it just ends up in our account because, anyways, it's a longer discussion over phone porting. But the things that are out of our control. But this is like a safety net, so they can reach a voicemail.
Exactly.
Now I think I missed something earlier on some voice AI updates. Did I jump over that? Where is it? Release radar.
It is, but should be somewhere.
Yeah, it should be coming here. Okay, well, we're getting to it. All right, custom fields. Sorry, custom fields and folders. So inside your custom fields, settings and custom fields, you can now use folders. Well, actually, you could always use folders, but this is way more clear. If you want to have your information organized inside the contact on the left panel there, where all the drop downs are, I think I might be able to jump in there and see that. So let me just go into Tony Stark here. So the information here and these little these are all folders inside the custom field. Okay. So this is a demo account. So there's a lot of them. And now it's just an easier way to organize those custom fields inside folders. So they're more organized for you.
Yeah.
Embedded chat widget. Okay, so we had a chat widget that was on the side. Let me show you what that looks like. We have a little chat widget that's on the side that you can use. You can connect to a knowledge base, that type of thing right here. But now you can embed essentially a widget like this on your website, and it's using an inline code. I think this works pretty good. I don't think the UI is perfect, but we just, they shipped it and it's usable, I think, if you wanted to embed a chat widget on your website, kind of on the middle of a page, let's per se.
Yeah, should provide more visibility for sure.
Yeah. Incoming calls for private numbers. So before it wasn't accepting private numbers, but now it is.
Yes, this is.
Now I think I missed the AI one. Did I delete that on accident? There's an AI voice.
It was there last time I checked.
Yeah, it was. I don't know what happened, but
there is.
Oh no, here it is, right here. So the voice agent, the AI voice. So for those who are using the AI voice receptionist, you have more advanced settings. So like, for example, idle time, and like there's that awkward silence on the phone. If it senses that there isn't someone else on the other phone, it's just going to end the call. Right, Nicola?
Exactly. And we can set this idle time reminder to check if they're still with us. We can work with different languages and accents too, and make it a little bit less robotic and more natural sounding.
So yeah, it was already pretty good, but you're saying now that you can get accents from different parts in the States even.
It's getting better. Yeah, it's getting better. It's getting more humane, not in a creepy way.
It was inhumane, and now it's more humane. All right. Well, if you're watching this for the first time and you're interested in TheraSaaS, go over to TheraSaaS.com and schedule a demo call. By the way, TheraSaaS website is getting a bit of a rebrand, a little update on it. So be sure to go to TheraSaaS.com and check that out and schedule a demo with me. Okay. Well, thank you for your attention. We've reached the end. All right. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Thanks, Nicola, for putting the slides together. And we'll see you in the next
everyone.
one. Bye-bye.
Yeah, see you next time. Bye-bye.